hit the road, all that, then the savings may not be yours to enjoy. And you best be thinking this through clearly before you spend any money on upfront expenses. Because no matter how you split it, half of those upfront expenses is still half. Now, if you have questions about the veracity or the prudent nature of refinancing right now on a personal scale, go ahead and send me an email. I'll do what I can to help you sort it out. Now let's talk about what you need to do to get ready to refinance, okay? First, you need to have a good sit down with your credit report. Oh yeah, we all love this, don't we? Yeah. Is it all good? Is your score in the good and above range? Well, I don't know, Rhonda. What is the good and above range? Well, thank you for asking that. The good and above range is over 700. It's actually over 740. So if your credit score is not over 700, this is the time to get that fixed up. Okay? You need that to be the case. Otherwise, you could experience mortgage refinance disappointment. Second, do you have a steady income? And can you prove it? Well, now I work for my brother-in-law who pays me under the table. Good luck with your refinance, guy. So you need to prove it. You need to set aside the last 2 years' worth of W-2s or 1099s or your Schedule C if you're self-employed so that you can show the mortgage loan origination officer or broker that yes, I'm employed and yes, I do have income and I really can afford to repay this loan. Okay? They're always going to ask that. Goes without saying. Now, you also are going to need the last 2 bank statements printed out. They're going to ask you for it. And the reason they ask is because they're going to want to see that you made that mortgage payment all by your little self, that mommy didn't do for you, or Aunt Sarah, or anybody else. They want to know, is your income coming in just like you said it is? And are you paying the loan just like you said you are? Because the credit report shows that the loan's paid. It doesn't say who paid it, right? So they're going to ask. They're real nosy. They look at it. Sorry, that's just the way they do it. So you're going to need those. Next, you must have your homeowner's insurance policy handy. They're not going to refinance a house that's sitting there uninsured. Nobody would take that risk. You wouldn't. Why do you want them to? Okay? So once you get all that done and you get with your mortgage broker and you have everything you need, it's all looking great, what are you going to do? Go buy a new car, right? Wrong! Don't do that. You're going to go home and you're going to tidy up the outside of the house, and then you're going to tidy up the inside of the house, and you're going to make it look all lovely. Well, but I'm only refinancing. True, but there's going to be an appraiser. And the appraiser needs it to look as expensive as possible. It needs to look as good as or better than similarly situated houses in the same price range, in the same neighborhood. So you might even start a little campaign and get the whole neighborhood to rake their yard and look all spiffy, and then you all benefit from it. Okay? So you got to do that. You must make sure that your property taxes are paid current. Okay? And then you're probably ready. Oh, yeah, you got to have your upfront fees, but sometimes they let you finance those in, sometimes not. So be ready. When all this is done, you're ready to go. Get with the mortgage broker of your choice. And I will give you one caution about the mortgage broker of your choice. And I saw this because mortgage brokers, of course, friend money coaches on Facebook. So go ahead, sue me. I'm on Facebook. Yep. Might even be a Facebook junkie by this time. But anyway, He was putting out there, and it makes really good sense to me, that if you're looking at a loan that's got a reduced interest rate for the first year or the first 2 years, that you want to be really leery of that because that total amount of interest on that loan is still going to be due. When is it due? Usually at the front end. So instead of paying it month by month as you would on a fixed rate mortgage over time, they're going to tell you, oh no, you're getting this loan reduction introductory offer. But when you get to closing, you're going to see this $500, $700, $800 or more sitting there, and they're going to say, well, that's your prepaid interest. Yeah, you just paid for your own discount. Does this make sense? Not in my brain. Okay, so you want to be careful about these little advertising loopholes that some brokers will use in order to get you to come to them instead of someone else. Pick a really good one and only one. You don't need to apply it more than one. Just one will do. But you need to be fully ready and then go apply. Now, what are you going to do with this $100 a month or whatever it is that you save on your mortgage payment? Let's go shopping. No! Give it to your adult children? Absolutely no. No, no, no. They can make their own money. Really, you brought them up. They'll be fine. Spend it on vacations? No again. Buy a new car? No again. In order to move from broke to set, you need to master a new habit or money attitude. Okay? And this is where the coach that you're listening to comes in. You might know a good coach, right? Maybe. And remember, if you played sports or cheered or were in the band, did you take the field without practice or without your coach? Did you listen to the coach or did you just go out there on the football field and run the play you thought should be run? Not bloody likely, right? You listen to the coach. Why? Because that's what teams do. But also because we're all human, we all make mistakes. So as your money coach, my job is to help increase your money quotient, your money smarts, and help you reduce your debts, increase your credit score, be prepared for your mortgage and all that stuff, right? So you can begin to create true wealth. If you refinance your mortgage and take your savings and go off on a spending spree, is that going to help you in the long run? No. What you want to do is apply that money to your good solid foundation, to your step-by-step plan. So if you've got another $100 or $200 or whatever it is in your budget to spend, now is the time to pick wisely. Pick good things. Add to your savings for retirement. Add to your savings for future home improvement. Buy that number one insurance that we talked about that protects your stream of income. It is not time to add a premium channel to your already large enough cable bill or to go wild with buying clothes that you don't need and won't be wearing 6 months from now because they're out of style. And here's another idea. If you're currently in a 30-year mortgage at 5.5%, and you have that same $100,000 to finance, at today's low rates, you could change that 30-year loan to a 15-year loan and have just about, not quite, but just about the same principal and interest payment. It's going to be just a tiny bit more money per month. But let's look at the big picture, the long term. This means that your house is going to be paid off 15 years sooner. That means in 15 years sooner, you'll save, are you ready? Drum roll. $84,000 in interest alone on that loan. Isn't that a lovely little nest egg for your retirement? Don't you love math? It's so much fun. So, how did I do that? Well, if you pay the first 15 years and you pay off the house, the next 15 years you were already committed to in your mind and your wallet. Take that exact same amount of money and put it in your retirement savings. 84 grand right there in 15 years. All good. Isn't this beautiful? Math is a wonderful thing. I know. I love it. You can always count on me. I'm here to help you out and keep your math all straight and mostly your money that goes with your math. Probably don't call and ask me for help with your differential equations homework because I forgot those. But math and money, I remember that. So you can count on me. I'm Rhonda Cobb, the money coach, and I get results. And remember, till next time, I'm going to tell you the same thing I always tell you. Be grateful, and you will attract good things. Thanks for listening. I'm Rhonda Cobb, the money coach.